and welcome to today's video. Today I'm doing a review slash demo of the Morphe 35R palette. This came out, I think, late last week, early last week. I don't know. I got it in the mail on Saturday, and oh, let me get off this cover. I have dug into these a little bit, so it's not quite a first impression. But this is what the palette looks like right here. It comes with 35 shades, and it has a chunk of shimmer and then a chunk of matte, and there are a couple of like shimmery shades but not intense like this. It's more of like those micro glitter shimmer shades, and then all of these matte shades here. A lot of people are comparing this to the 35O palette. It is different, but definitely if you like the 35O palette, give this one a look. It's a little bit darker and a little bit glitterier, and yeah. Okay, so the first color I'm going to go in with is this kind of, I don't know how you describe this, one of the lighter tones in the palette. I'm going to go in with here and do that on a MAC 224 brush. Just a fluffy blending brush. I'm going to tap off a little bit. From my swatches, these mattes are very creamy, which is exciting, and they, so far, blending like a dream. So I'm just going to take that. Blend. Make sure you go, I kind of go in windshield wiper motions as well as circles. So I kind of focus it in here and then windshield wiper it out. And then for this color, I'm focusing it initially in my crease and then blending it more up than down. So I want that to kind of lift the eye. Okay, so my initial thoughts of that is it blends very well. I'm very happy with it. It didn't skip. It looks very nice in my crease. But anyway, moving on. I'm going to go in with kind of in that same color family, a little bit darker. Actually, I'm going to go with this one. That's more in the same color family. So this color family, just a tad darker on that same fluffy brush. And then I'm going to focus that just more in the crease and bringing it less up. This adds more definition to your crease. So if you have more sunk in eyes versus then you don't need to go as heavy or as dark here, because it will just make the illusion of it being even deeper. But if you, you know, but you do you. Okay, and then the next shade I'm going to use is actually going to be this middle shade. So it's even darker, and I'm going in with a smaller blending brush. So this way I can be a little bit more precise and focus this, let me just get this out of the way. Focus this primarily in the crease and on the outer V of my eye. So I'm not bringing this in, I'm only focusing it right here. And I'm not bringing it up there. And with this one, I don't do as much of a windshield wiper since I'm trying to be more precise. I kind of just go like a brush. And now that I have that darker shade in there, I'm going to go back in with the original shade that I used, this lightest one, and go back on this is actually a different brush, but it's the same concept. This is a Sigma E40, and it's basically the same brush as the MAC 224. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. And I'm just going to blend everything out, and I'm going to focus this more on the crease than the lid. And this is just going to make all of those shades kind of blend together. As well as how, like, you don't want harsh lines or crap like that. Okay, and now for the very fun part, I'm going to go in with this kind of dark, goldy, coppery, let me find it, shimmery shade. There we go. These shimmers are very soft and incredibly pigmented. I am going to go in with some MAC primer water. This is not even that. This is Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. And I'm going to go in to that shade and pick some up. You don't have to do this. Personally, just in my opinion, I always do this. So this isn't like a testament to, oh, it's not bright enough. Like, it's just what I do. And I'm going to actually take my mirror and get real close so I don't jack anything up. Okay, so thoughts on this. It's really bright. It does have a little bit of fallout, but since I did powder and everything underneath my eye, it's not a problem. Just wipe it away and no longer there. And let me do the other eye and I'll be right back. And then now I'm going to go in with this bright light white how many things can I rhyme with that word, shade right here. This is just a Real Techniques shading brush, and I'm going to focus this on the inner corner. You know what? This bitch wants to glow. And then the next shade, or next thing I'm going to do is go underneath my lash line, and I'm going to go in with this darkest shade that I used in my crease. And where the hell did my mirror go? Go in with that darkest shade, knock some off. And I'm just going to go in primarily. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of this greeny, blacky, bronzy, goldy, indescript shimmery shade here. And I'm going to go in with that underneath my eye as well. This isn't going to obviously be bright like it is up at the top, but it's going to have that, where did the brush go? Have that kind of illusion of, it's going to bring in some of that green shade. I'm going to go in now on a Morphe E18 brush with that shimmer shade. I'm just going to blur everything out. And this just makes that shade a little bit darker. Like I said, it doesn't make it super shimmery or anything like that. And then the last step before mascara is actually, I think that this shade I used here is really pretty for the inner corner, but I think it would be a little too dark for my brow bone just with how fair I am. So I'm going to go in with the highlight I used on my face, which is Tutu by M.A.C, and this is in one of their like holiday palettes this year. I think it was a 2016 holiday palette. I'm just going to go in and highlight. But was that good?
I think that was good.
Do I have mascara on?
That would be a negative.
Where the hell did my mascara even go? And that is it for this look. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. And then before I forget, I wanted to give my final thoughts and opinions on this Morphe palette. I believe it was $22.99. The shipping is a little bit expensive with Morphe. I think it's free shipping over $100. But I think because I only bought this, it was like $8.95 in shipping. So that is a little bit expensive. So if you're interested in this palette and you know other people who might want other Morphe things, I would suggest going in together, and then that way you're saving a little bit of money on shipping. But other than that, I really enjoy this palette. I think the mattes are very creamy, they're very blendable. I will do a couple of like spot swatches for you. What's another one? I'll do this dark one here. So I don't know which ones I picked up, but I just did 4 swatches. Hold on, my hand's a little dirty, but these were just like 1-2 swirls, and they're very pigmented. They do a great job blending. They work very well with a brush as well, so it's not just that they blend well and go nicely on the hand with a finger. They do well going on your eye with a brush also. And then the shimmer shades, like I said, are crazy pigmented. Hold on, let me use a clean hand and pick a few of these up. They're very soft, so I know a couple of people I know a lot of people were not necessarily happy with how soft that mint shade was in the Morphe Kathleen Lights palette. The only thought I have on that is just be careful when doing it and don't stick your finger in it. Moral of that story, in my opinion. But here are 4 shimmer shades. I have like tendony fingers, or tendony hands, but this is what they look like. So this is kind of a good representation of what the matte shades look like and the shimmer shades look like in pigment. And these also blend really nicely. Like, They blend really nicely. They aren't patchy when they go on the lid, and with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus or Smashbox Primer Water or anything like that, they go on the lid like liquid gold or liquid metal, which is super cool and kind of what I personally like in a shimmer shadow. So if you guys are interested in this shadow or in this palette, I think it's still available on Morphe.com, and yeah, like I said, it's the 35R palette, and I hope you guys liked it. Make sure to subscribe. Bye!